Ooh, welcome everyone to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, stacking the money green. And as always, the Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use the promo code JUICE150 and get a $1,000 risk-free bet. That's right, $1,000 risk-free bet. All right, end of the week recap. Man, it was really a nice week up until last night. We were up 4.13 units and then went 0 for 3, so down to 1.13 units. Still a winning week. I'll take it. No one's going to go broke with winning weeks, but man, we were on a nice little run there with the Orioles, with the Dodgers. Of course, both those come crashing down. Orioles almost fall victim to the perfect game, which is really annoying. I mean, if you're going to lose your bet, at least you get to watch some baseball history. Not the case there. Orioles lose 4-1. Dodgers get shut out by the Royals 4-0. Hey, it's bound to happen. They were due for a ice cold night, and they certainly got one there. The bats were not alive for the Dodgers. And then preseason football, Vikings fall 26-20 to the Raiders, so they don't cover that +4. Very close to getting the cover there. Kellen Mond, I thought, now looking good. I'm not going to go that far, but he was able to move the ball, score 2 touchdowns. Sean Mannion was really not a part of my handicap. Probably should have been. Played more than I thought and did not look good. So Raiders now turning into a preseason juggernaut, 2-0 straight up and ATS. And the scoring was historic for NFL preseason week 1. And normally I'm all over the unders for NFL preseason week 1. Glad I didn't go heavy on this show giving them out because would have got cleaned out. I saw a stat that there were 555 different 3-team teaser combinations for the over. Like if you were just teasing all these totals down, 555 and 0 on a 3-team teaser preseason total. So again, hashtag intelligent degenerates. If you guys were getting down on the week 1 preseason overs, congrats to you. I didn't understand that angle, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around why the scoring was so high. Normally the defense is so ahead of the offense. I think a lot of it, I'm guessing, is some personal foul calls that really move things along, and the variance you get with the turnovers, defensive touchdowns, that kind of stuff. I felt like was slightly higher this week than normal. So going to be digging in deeper into that. Preseason NFL football continues. But speaking of the National Football League, the regular season right around the corner, and what better way to win some sweet prizes than through the Daily Juice official survivor pool. That's right. We're giving away over $300 in prizes, aka gift cards to Fanatics, 150 to first, 100 to second, 50 to third. All you got to do to enter is play.runyourpool.com/juice. That's play.runyourpool.com/juice. I will also put the link in the episode description here if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever. Put the link in there for you, and highly recommend if you're the person running your office pool, and you probably are. If you're listening to a show like this, you're probably the betting guy or gal in your office, at your frat, at your workplace, wherever it is. You're probably the one. Oh, hey, we doing a fantasy contest? We doing a ATS contest, pick'em contest. Run Your Pool has a ton of contests, but hey, get started by entering our free survivor pool and then take it from you there. I've run a bunch of pools on Run Your Pool, and very easy to use. Highly, highly recommend it. Now, not only are we giving away those sweet athletic gift cards, not only do I give you free picks every day, even when I'm, pretty tired after flying back from Cleveland for the Fantasy Football Expo. I'm pretty sure Myles Garrett was on my plane going from Cleveland to Chicago. I walked by the first class, again, hashtag coach guy, and I go, I swear that's Myles Garrett. But then in my head, I'm like, he wouldn't be traveling anywhere. They're in preseason, they're in training camp. And then I looked on Twitter and he had been excused for personal reasons. So hopefully everything's okay for Myles Garrett. If that was Myles Garrett that I saw on the plane, didn't want to bug him, but I was walking by to go sit down. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Myles Garrett. Hey, speaking of amazing defensive players, what about Brian Dawkins? Of course, as you know, first ballot Hall of Famer. And we're giving away an autographed Dawkins jersey courtesy of Pristine Auction. All you got to do is go to youtube.com/bettingpros, subscribe there, comment on this video, and of course, do not forget to turn the notifications on, because it will reply to your comment and say, congrats, you won, but you won't see it if you have the notifications turned off. And you're going to want this jersey. It is pristine, and of course, coming from Pristine Auction. All right, let's get to the slate, and kind of a thin slate right now until we get NFL preseason back. Just going baseball. Back on the diamond, Padres at Marlins. I'm taking the Marlins, plus 119 on the money line over at Win. Marlins, 15 games below 500, so normally not a team you're looking to get down on. They are, like I said, 15 below 500, but their pitcher, Sandy Alcantara, has been a bright spot. Sandy Alcantara particularly bright at home, 6-3 with a 1.8 ERA. Are you kidding me? How can the Marlins blow this? Well, they can. They haven't been amazing at scoring runs. I feel like the total is like 6.5. So they're projecting this to be kind of a pitcher's duel. Joe Musgrove going for the Padres there. Solid overall normally, but he has lost 3 road starts in a row. I like the plus 120-ish price we're getting with the Marlins here. The only time I'm going to be betting the Marlins, I think, is when Sandy Alcantara is on the mound. The dude is an ace. So I'm hoping for like a 2-1 Marlins win here, 3-2, nothing crazy. And this Miami team normally is really in stay away country, but as a home dog with Alcantara on the hill, I feel like this is a good spot. Need to attack. So give me Sandy Alcantara at home plus 120. All right, I'm going back. You guys can't stop me. I don't even want to acknowledge it. So when you're on a blackjack table and you're an incredibly hot and you lose one hand, the dealer gets blackjack. Do you immediately grab all your chips and walk away? No, you gotta do a heat check. You guys know what a heat check is. The heat check is coming, aka give me the Orioles plus 1.5, minus 140 at the Jays. You can get that over on WinBet. I mean, the Orioles are coming off a game where they almost got a perfect game thrown on them. So I think they will be ready, and I think they'll be alive. The bets will be alive for the Orioles. Baltimore, again, 74-40 on the run line, 31-23 after a loss straight up, and we're catching 1.5 runs. So like that. Orioles pitcher Kyle Bradish, not amazing season-long stats if you kind of looked at it, but he's been good as of late. His last 3 starts, the Orioles have won all 3 games, including a 6-5 win over the aforementioned Jays. So, again, Kyle pitching for the Orioles, a.k.a. Kyle Bradish. I like them coming off a game where they were almost no hit, almost shut out. And I think they're going to be alive. This is a chippy, scrappy team. And then, they're facing the Jays pitcher, Jusei Kikuchi, 4.42 home ERA. So I think they have some opportunities here to get some hits, get some runs. Let's go Orioles. And again, at the end of the day, the Orioles are fun to bet on. They are the red hot dealer. You can't just color up immediately because the dealer gets one blackjack, or you have you got like an 8-3 against a 6. You're doubling down, and then you get the worst is when you get like a really good card like an 8, and then the dealer has 16, then flips over a 5. Those are heartbreaking. Not the case here, though. Bounce back spot for the Orioles. And speaking of bounce back spot, give me the Los Angeles Dodgers, minus 1.5 on the run line, plus 105. Again, Dodgers run line plus money. How am I not going to keep picking this? They're at the Brewers. The best part about losing a run line bet on the Dodgers is knowing that you should probably bet it again the following day. #intelligent degenerates. Because they've been great after a loss. 20-13 straight up. Orioles actually probably better off of a loss. But the Dodgers, again, are just run line beasts. Last 10 games against the Brewers, the average score is 6.2 for the Dodgers, 3.4 for the Brewers. Dodgers 71-42 on the run line. You got Julio Urias, 12-6 win-loss, 2.49 ERA, 0.97 WHIP. And you're going up against the Brewers pitcher Freddie Peralta, 6.25 home ERA against a Dodgers team that just got shut out. A prideful Dodgers team, a team where every one of these guys is just a beast batting. They're a proud team, and they're going to just completely light up the Brewers. So all over the Dodgers, -1.5, plus 105. You can get that over on DraftKings. And then, other pick, obviously going back to the Orioles, +1.5, -140 over on Win. And a little bit of a tiny dog here, Marlins +119 on the money line over at the Win. Hey guys, as always, head over to BetMGM, use the promo code Juice150, get that $1,000 risk-free bet. Help out old Sean Green, make the Daily Juice look pretty good. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green, doing 32 individual team betting previews, win totals, sides, future bets, got a little bit of everything. And you guys know what to do. Subscribe, rate, review, and of course, as always, don't forget to let it ride.